Get fly, bro, is going to jam. You might as well just get blocked. Tell me this all that you got. Hurry and pass me the ride. You know it's over, bro, cause I've been taking over. Shooters take shots, and I mean a lot. You over there looking sober, and you cannot look me over. Boy, I've been ballin' since 98. Look at the form, it's kinda great. It's to the point where it's no debates. Back then, niggas still ball like 23.
Welcome to the locker room. Welcome to the locker room. This is our first installment coming back officially right here to you. Point A, Point B's the locker room. I'm so very excited. This first show, man, is heartwarming to me. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. We're very excited to be here. What can I say? Usually we're gonna have this show every day. Try to have the show every day, at least 3 or 4 times a week. But mainly the show is so you, who's just coming home from work, did get a chance to watch ESPN and everything else, to be able to fill yourself up with all the stories that you may have missed here. Up top, if you like that, you got your odds. If you want to get into those odds, this is for the NFL starting next week when they, starting September when the games actually start. Right below, you have all of the updated information when it comes to games and news. But we're going to be getting right into some information right over here with the Locker Room Rundown. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Trying to get everything started over here on other broadcasts as well. But if it's not possible, it's not possible, which is perfectly fine. Just perfectly fine. Yeah. That's a little bit of an issue. Yeah, we'll just make it work over here with this. So which is perfectly fine. That's cool. So start this conversation today. Man. Titans, Cam Ward and your boy Simmons got into a pretty big scuffle, which happened inside. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. First show back. I don't got my team here with me, man, so let me get right. Happened at the Titans practice. Cam Ward and Jeff Simmons got physical during a red zone drill. Ward hit Ridley with a really good, nice corner touchdown. The offense got all hype, and Cam Ward went up and gave Jeff Simmons a shove in the back, while also giving him a little bit of a celebration. Simmons didn't like that, gave Ward a shove back, and the whole offense, of course, took an issue with that, which quickly resulted into a nice little physical altercation. Jeff Simmons left the drill that day, but a few days later, yesterday actually, Cam Ward had a few words about this. He said Jeff is strong as shit. He said it was fun. I think it's what we needed. We love competing, and that's just with me and Jeff. I'm excited to have that man as a teammate. So it looks like it's no bad blood, at least on Cam's side. I'm not sure about Jeff, but if you know anything about Jeff, man, this dude's a monster, man. Like a real monster, something different. Guy's a big man. All right, but it's good to see that it wasn't something that was taken to the point where it didn't have to be. And that's always the important thing. And obviously, this is football, right? This is what happens when you're on the field, when you're playing with somebody who's a dominant force. And Cam's gonna have to learn that he's in there now with grown men, some grown ass men. So yeah, that's just the situation at this point in time. So nothing too crazy. Glad to see that it didn't turn out to something big, and it's not going to cause so much division with that team who really has to step it up this season, especially in their division, because they weren't really something to call home about yet last year, so they really have to show what they can do this year. And Cam Ward is looking to get that Offensive Rookie of the Year award, which he, is fully capable of being able to do. So Yeah, that's just what it is. Like you saying, Fair. It's all about camp, man. That just happens. We slide this over a little bit. We can be able to see the stream. Just not. But yeah, that's just camp, man. What they do. I'm not too worried about it. Nobody else should be worried about it either. It's just camp, man. Moving right along. Moving right along here. The Vikings is looking to be able to trade for a veteran wide receiver. No trade right now. No deal is imminent, but the team is pushing hard to acquire someone before the season begins. Pelcero says. Jordan Addison, who's projected to be the number 2 wideout on the depth chart, will miss the first 3 games of the season due to a suspension for violating the league's personal conduct policy. So the Vikings are also dealing with multiple injuries. Jalen Naylor is week to week right now with a hand ailment, along with Justin Jefferson returned to practice on Tuesday for the first time in almost a month due to a hamstring injury. So as of right now, they're looking at a lot of people who aren't healthy on that roster, especially with them playing with essentially as a rookie quarterback. This will be his first year under the center. So they're trying to get somebody to be able to fill that role. I'm not sure who's out there who's going to be able to give them that punch, honestly, especially if they're looking for a trade. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really excited about their opportunities right there when it comes to that. But, hey, it's a possibility. Everything's a possibility, so we can always say that. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Give me 1 second. I apologize. Boom. My apologies, y'all. But yeah, no, we're happy to see. Hopefully we're going to be happy to see them with a better wide receiver. They're so talented, right? And with that coaching they have over there for the Vikings, it's a lot that they can be able to do, especially offensively. We've seen it last year with Sam Darnold until we got to the playoffs where the Rams just ran all over that. But we've seen them be able to do special things with the quarterback, and you're hoping that they have the wide receiver depth to be able to do that. Moochie, what's up, man? Dog's just walking around. You guys see him in the background. But moving right along here, we don't want to stay too long on this thing because we got a big thing to talk about, and that is Trey Hendrickson is standing firm on his Bengals contract dispute. And this is a big thing, man. He recently spoke to ESPN's Laura Rutledge in Landover, saying that ahead of the Cincinnati's 31-17 preseason win against the Washington Commanders on Monday, the core tenets of his stance regarding his contract is still intact. Rutledge reported that Hendrickson told her that he and the team are close. 1 second, please. One second, y'all. My apologies. My apologies, y'all. My apologies. About the Bengals. Yeah, Grandmaster, it's about the Bengals. It's always about the Bengals, isn't it? At this point in time, I feel like it's always about the Bengals. Give me 1 moment. Boom. So, he said that they are close. Let me see here. And they're right now they're looking about the total average annual salary and the length of the deal. He said to her, and I quote, "Recognition is not something I'm chasing." He told her on July 30th, "It's not. I think I made my statements clear. Security is something that I value, and telling my wife where we're going to play and those are the things that matter to me." So for him, it's really about having that security of knowing exactly where he's going to be. And I feel like anybody who's in this situation fully understands like the mindset of, I want to be somewhere and be safe there. Obviously, it's the NFL and this is a business, especially in a business where you don't know exactly when you're going to play. Is this going to be somewhere I'm going to be safe at? That's never something that you can really be confident in, right? But when a talent that you have as special is as special as his, right? And he is a special talent, especially showing what he's able to do for that defense who, let's be honest, they need help, right? Like you need help with that defense. There's no reason I feel like there's no reason where you should not be doing everything possible to be able to save the best thing you have on defense right now, which is Trey, right? So why wouldn't you go out and do what you needed to be able to clamp that up? You signed everybody else, right? You got Jamar Chase locked up. You got everybody else locked up. So why aren't we doing everything else to be able to get him locked up too? I'm gonna read that comment in 1 second because I want to be able to make sure that you are a part of this as well. So give me 1 moment. I'm gonna read that comment for you. I want to hear what you have to say, actually. Yeah, so Grandmaster says, we do so bad. I could have cried last night at the game against the Commanders. Yeah, I mean, 17 sacks in back-to-back years is insane, right? You got a player, really, honestly, that is the best part of your defense. Do what you got to bring him back. Like, do what you got to bring that man back. There shouldn't even be a conversation. This honestly should not even be a conversation. Do what you have to bring that man back. So yeah, I'm confused about it. I feel like a lot of people are confused about it as well. And when you look at his stats, man, and I'm gonna bring them up for you actually. When you look at this man's stats, right? And you're looking at somebody who is a dynamic player, right? My apologies, y'all. You're looking at somebody who's a dynamic player like he is, right? You feel like there's no reason why he shouldn't be somebody who you are moving heaven to earth to get him keep him on the field with you, right? Like, this is what this guy does. This is what this guy averages. This is who he is, right here. You know what I'm saying? Right here. I'll figure out how to pay him. There is, to be honest with you, there's not even something where you have to figure it out. Literally, you have the money to do so. Just pay the man. Just pay the man. You know what I'm saying? Just pay the man. Look at the stats, bro. They don't lie. The stats don't lie. This is who it is. Pay the man. I don't get it, man. I can never understand truly. I'm trying to figure out myself, like, why this is what it is. But at the end of the day, man, this is why the Cincinnati Bengals can never stay above water, because when you get to these situations where you have an opportunity to make a better decision for your team, you're not doing it. And that's the scary part about this team in this city, man. Honestly, that whole state, Ohio, I don't know what the hell they doing. If the Cavaliers didn't do what they were supposed to do this season, I'm not quite sure what would happen to that whole state, man. Like at least the Cavaliers were able to figure some things out and make some things happen. But this is ugly work. This is true ugly work, and I don't understand it. But yeah, let me know in the comments wherever you're watching. What do you feel about what the Bengals are doing at this point in time when it comes to keeping them keeping that team intact? Yeah. My boy over here is stressing out. My boy over here is stressing out, man. My boy over here is stressing out. But at least we can move on to a team that's actually doing really good, man. Let's move right along to the Pacers, who signed Rick Carlisle to a multi-year extension. This team is doing what they're supposed to do. Carlisle rejoined the Pacers for a second head coaching stint in June of 2021. He helped guide the club. He's guided the club, to a 157-171 record over the past 4 seasons, including playoff appearances in each of the 2 previous campaigns. Indiana reached the Eastern Conference Finals this past season and hit the finals for the first time in 25 years last season. Since its return to they reached the Eastern Conference Finals in 2023-2024, and its first NBA Finals in 25 years last season. Since his return to the Pacers in 2021, Coach Carlisle has been integral in our success, and very important in our success, which includes leading us to a consecutive Eastern Conference Finals appearances in our first NBA Finals appearance in 25 years. Pacers president of basketball operations, Kevin Pritchard, said in a statement recently, this team, as of right now, has been, it's really tough to say a surprise at this point when it comes to how great they've been playing, because they've been able to do this in back-to-back seasons, right? My worry about this team is that they lost their big man, right? The base of what they are, which is Miles Turner, and you also have Halliburton. He's going to be out for a while with that torn ACL. He's nursing back not only that injury, but the injury he also had to his hamstring, I believe, earlier in the playoffs as well. So they had an amazing season last season, an amazing playoff run, right? Carlisle does deserve it, bro. When you think about it, if I really believe if Halliburton was not injured in the first quarter of that NBA Finals season, NBA Finals game, I'm sorry, and at Game 7, we might be looking at the Indiana Pacers be the NBA champions this year. Totally changing the offseason, because I don't think that Miles Turner would have left if that was the case. There would be no reason to do it. You got to run it back. And honestly, I think Miles Turner is kind of crazy for leaving to go to the Bucks at this point in time, because you've shown that you can be able to reach the NBA Finals on multiple occasions. And going to the Bucks is all good and cool, but who's going to be your point guard? Like, Halliburton does a lot to make people look good, especially when it comes to getting that ball out of his hands, moving it down the court, outlet passes, being actually a really good defender, on top of being a really good scorer too, which I think he doesn't get a lot of credit for, which he should get credit for, because he actually does a great job with it. That team was built to last, man. That bench was really good as well, with young talent, and you still got Pascal Siakam there. I'm not sure what they're going to do to be able to fill that void they have right now at center. Also, I love their backup point guard, but I don't think that he's that guy when it comes to maintaining what they have going on for this team. So I'm not quite confident to be honest, but Hallie was cooking, and Carlisle deserves this more than anybody else. I really believe at this point in time, and this team was poised to be really great, right? I just don't know, how this is gonna look going this upcoming season. If that team is able to hold out and Halliburton is able to come back healthy, maybe they can make some noise. I don't see them making another Eastern Conference Finals this year, so good work for Carlisle for going in there, getting the job done, getting the contract, getting the money. You know what I'm saying? But unless they're able to make a big move in order to get a big, because they missed out on DeAndre Ayton as well, who went to the Lakers, I'm not quite sure what they're going to do to be able to fill that void, right? So I'm excited to see what they can do, right? They were a fun team. They had a lot of game winners. Hallie was cooking. A lot of game winners in order to be able to get to that NBA final. So I'm excited to see what they can do, right? I think everybody is at this point in time. So let's just hope for the best for them. Moving on to the MLB now. This is brand new coverage for me, okay? I've always been a fan of MLB, but I was never actually able to cover it on Shadow Network, but we are moving along to be able to do that here, so I'm super excited. Hunter Green, man, our next topic up. Hunter Green went crazy, had 12 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings. Natal Marte had a home run, double, and drove in 2 runs as the Cincinnati Reds beat the Los Angeles Angels 6-4 on Tuesday night. A big win for them. Like I said before, if you want to be caught up with all kind of news regarding whether it is MLB, NBA, NFL, NCAA, you can find it all here at Point A, Point B. I'm sorry, in the locker room. My apologies. And also Point A, Point B, that's going to be on this weekend where we do all of our sports debates. So that's going to be the show for that. For all your sports news, make sure you come right here. Let's move right along. The Cubs also sweep the doubleheader. Right from my apologies, the Milwaukee Brewers. Jameson Talon pitched 6 effective innings in his return from a calf injury, and Chicago Cubs beat the Milwaukee Brewers 4-1 on Tuesday night for a sweep of their split doubleheader. So that's amazing. Yeah, absolutely, bro. 12 strikeouts is crazy. But yeah, shout out to the Chicago Cubs for getting it done. Big game from them. So like I said, make sure you lock in, subscribe right here to the channel so you can be able to get all your news. Now for our last segment of the day, our last conversation to be had. This one right here was a goodie, man. The Colts has named Daniel Jones, dear God, Daniel Jones as their starter for week 1. We already seen another starter be named earlier a couple of days ago, with Joe Flacco being named the starter of the Cleveland Browns. Okay. But this one's another head scratcher for me. Head coach Shane Steichen, I don't know how to say his name, I don't really care. He is a starting quarterback for the season. For the season, he says. Big words right there. He's a starting quarterback of the season. He said of Jones, according to the Andy Starr, Joel Hendrickson, that conversation he had with him. I don't want to have a short leash on that. So he wants to keep him for the entire season. The Colts signed Jones to a 1-year, $14 million contract in this offseason. General manager Chris Ballard said that Jones and Anthony Richardson will compete for the starting job, and you got to respect the decision, Richardson said on Tuesday, according to Kevin Bowen of the 1075, The Fan. They feel like he, Jones, is a better fit for the team and a better fit for the outcome of us winning. So you just got to respect it and keep working. They haven't determined. That doesn't undermine any of the work that I've put in. It doesn't say that I haven't improved. I'm proud of the improvement I've made. I'm gonna be very honest with you, man. It's done for him this season when it comes to this team. Like, if we are being completely honest with ourselves, and I think we need to be completely honest with ourselves, this man is done with this season, with this team this season. You look at the comparisons from last season, right? It's they're pretty close. They're the same kind of person, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not seeing nothing really too different. Other than a better completion percentage when it comes to Daniel Jones, was 63.3, but also yards too. He's doing a little bit better with that. Anthony Richardson doesn't have a few more interceptions. I feel like Daniel Jones has shown and proved to be trash. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not really a debate. It's not a debate show, but I'm so confused about this. Like, if you're going to name somebody your starting quarterback, right, and you're not going to have Anthony Richardson be your starting quarterback, I feel like you had a lot of options out there in this offseason that was better than Daniel Jones. I fully do not understand how Daniel Jones snuck on another roster this offseason and was able to get paid. AR looked bad last season, though. Right, when he wasn't conditioned to be able to play. It was so many things that he did last season I just did not like when it came to the optics of putting him in a place to be successful this season. Right, he really would have to show and prove that he's a totally different player this season. That did not happen. Obviously, when you look at this comparison on right here on the right hand side of the screen, you're seeing, right, that Anthony Richardson is better on his legs, of course, but it's a lot of work to be done. He's a young quarterback, right? You really wish that they would have put him in a better position to be successful. I really wish they would have went out and found themselves a quarterback that has some veteran presence that Anthony Richardson would have been able to sit behind. As you've seen Aaron Rodgers do with Brett Favre, right? You've seen a couple quarterbacks do that. No comparison, obviously, but Tom Brady had to sit behind somebody too, right? And so it was his time. Anthony Richardson was never that guy where you felt like he was gonna be able to come out and immediately make an impact. But the coach did not put him in a position to be able to be successful. Something has to be said about what they're doing in their coaching room when it comes to player development. And when you have your quarterback that you go out there and you specifically draft, right? And you don't do what's necessary in order to keep him on your field, right? and be successful on your field, that right there makes me nervous. I don't get that. I can never understand that. And these conversations also, you know what I'm saying, coincides with so many other things that's happening around the league in that same vein. So, I mean, this is exactly what it is. These are the Indianapolis Colts. I wish I had more news for people better than this, but I'm just. This is just what it is at this point. These are who these people are. So we really can't say too much about it, man. You just wanna see better. But let's see. Let's start, Danny. The coins under the couch, Jones on fantasy. Listen, man, I'm not starting him on nothing. You couldn't make me start him on anything, right? That's just wild to me. That's just wild to me. Now I really leave it up to you, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the conversations that you want to have or things that you might want to cover. We can also add it onto the show at any point in time as well. Make sure that you, if you're not watching where you should be watching, which is on Twitch, you know, make sure that you go over, follow, and subscribe to the page as well, because the things that you want to be able to do when it comes to interacting with the page, you can do on there. If you're following anywhere else, please make sure that you know what I'm saying, follow and subscribe as well, where I can be able to help provide you the best when it comes to sports and entertainment as well. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, we're going to be super active as the weeks go on, as the NFL season really ramps up, and also as the NBA season starts to come into forward as well, right? Really quickly, man, I do not, and I'm just gonna put this out there really quickly, I do not like what I'm seeing when it comes to Luka playing for his home country right now. Obviously we had our NBA players play for the USA for the Olympics, but if you guys were locked into that was the issue. Joel Embiid played for the Olympics and he wasn't able to go for his actual team when it was time to play, but he was healthy for that gold medal. But he wasn't healthy when we needed him to be. And right now we're seeing Luka have an injury scare with a knee contusion, and he's back in practice, going back out there and play for another team. Luka is not a Mikal Bridges type person where he's always healthy and you can expect him to be there every season through and throughout. So I'm not excited about that. I don't like teams playing outside of their actual teams while they're on contract to do so. If you want to be off a contract and do what you want to do that, but I'm not excited for that. But I am excited for the NBA season. So like I was saying, if you want to get the best news and the most up-to-date news and the best time for you, which is during prime time right now to be able to get the news, make sure you follow us on Shattered Network. You can also follow me on TikTok at King Tones the GOAT. We also have a Shattered Network page on there really soon as well. We're going to upload all of our clips on. Shout out to my co-hosts for Point A, Point B, Brooklyn and Pharaoh. They'll be back this weekend on our main big show, Point A, Point B. This is The Locker Room. Thank you so much for being with us. We do appreciate you. We love you all very much. And we hope to see you again tomorrow, but we'll be able to give you more information. Oh, I got an argument I need to see that day. Yeah. I love the fact that you got to argue. We love a good argument, okay? But make sure you lock in with us, and we'll see you tomorrow with updated information and more news right here at The Locker Room. Be safe, be strong, be you, and be beautiful. We'll see you then.
Get fly, bro, is going to jam. You might as well just get blocked.